Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, I'm your host, Mrs. M. And if you haven't, make sure you click the link below. That way you can subscribe to my channel and not miss out on anything you need to scale your cleaning business to six figures and beyond. How? So I'm going to wrap up, or I'm going to continue and wrap up on tomorrow with this series on what you need to go from a zero, like nothing, to 88K, which is actually $1 million in your cleaning business. So this is stage 3. What does stage 3 look like? Stage 3 is anywhere from a year to 2 years, anywhere from 10K to 50K a month. Now, this is where you want to focus on these types of actions and implementations in your business to sustain this and to get to the last stage, which I'm going to go over on tomorrow and wrap up that series. Now, if you like these type of videos on anything from how to actually grow and scale your business, then I'd love for you to actually hit the subscribe button and also hit the little bell for the notifications on any videos that I have. So let's get started. Let's dive right in. Now, when I was in the 10K to the 50K, what did that look like for me? And how am I going to make sure that I can convey things that didn't work for me and things that did? The first thing I want you to do is make sure you have your org chart. Your organization chart talks about the end. You want to make sure you understand where you want to end up. So we always want to work from the end and work backwards when we're setting our goals for scaling our business. So the first thing you want to do is you want to look at having a team. That's the mistake I made. It took me a while to actually want to share the money, because you start thinking, oh my God, I'm giving out a lot for payroll. Now, these aren't people that are actually doing the work, the frontline employees you get. But with your team, it's actually overhead. And that was the hardest shift for me. So don't do like I did. Learn that lesson early, because you'll end up burning yourself out. This is a critical growth stage where a lot of people end up losing their business, getting tired, and just kind of falling to the wayside, and they don't sell it, they don't do anything, they just lose all the momentum that they've gained up until that point. So you're into the 1 to 2 years, you're at the 2-year mark, and this is what the staff should look like, and this is what I actually had to get to that point. I had an operations manager, I had a receptionist, a salesperson, I also had a safety manager, and my buildings were broken down like this. I broke them into 4 areas: north, south, east, west. Each one had a number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I had leads, and I had building supervisors inside of the buildings. And then I had an area manager that was over at least 15 to 20 buildings. And I wouldn't get more than 25 before I might put a second area manager in. I didn't want them to have to manage too much. That was the way it kind of broke down into my team. And then I also made sure I had one thing that was really important. I wanted to make sure that I had a separate QA person, quality assurance person, that went in, and that was someone that was just only for QA, and that was normally like my safety person. So they're in there doing safety and looking at the QA at the same time. And then I also made sure I had a customer service person that was on it with making sure that we were proactive with solving any problems. Nothing went longer than 24 hours. That was what really saved a lot of my accounts. This is at the point where a lot of people end up getting business and growing, but they end up losing it because they don't have a great training program. So you need a trainer that is training your individuals. All they're doing is training and making sure they're well trained before they go out there and work into your buildings. And those are the main areas that a lot of people don't think about. Safety, really important. Not having a lot of incidents with safety, your employees getting hurt, workman's comp going up high, general liability, not making sure you hurt any of your customers' employees with not putting down signs, slippery floor, wet signs, that kind of thing. It is so doable, but you got to get your mind right. You have to see it, visualize it. I have a big reason why. I talk about that all the time. That was my reason. I knew that I didn't want to have to go work for anyone ever, ever, ever again. And this was my way to do that. This is your way as well. This is a multi-billion dollar industry that you can do. Now, the other things I did, I made sure I really secured more than just the janitorial. I had landscaping. We did windows, floors, carpets, post-construction. I had departments for all of those. That was something that I utilize to help us scale our business from the 10K to the 50K within that year. So we were really focused, really on it, and put all those pieces together. And the last thing you really want to pay attention to is making sure you have a great brand. This is where you really want to emphasize and focus on the branding and making sure that your brand looks good, that you understand what it takes to build a great brand and what are you known for. I wanted to have my customers have a great experience. When they came in, I want their offices to smell good, look good, feel good. And we made sure we cleaned for more than just health. We cleaned for safety. We cleaned for security. We wanted them to feel as if we were part of their family and they were part of ours. The other thing I want to emphasize is this is where you have a lot of turnover. You are hiring anywhere between 30, 40, 50 employees, depending on the size of your buildings. You want to look at larger buildings at this point and not a lot of small ones scattered. You want to gather them together. 10,000, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 square feet buildings is what you want to look for and go after. That's going to make it easier to supervise, do safety inspections, quality control, and all that. Now, how did I keep my employees and my customers? I really emphasize getting to know my employees, because at this point you shouldn't be working in it. You should be well into your way of doing this full time. You shouldn't be working just not in it. You should be working on it and over your business. Not in it, but over it and on it. On it, over, both of those. So this is where you want to get to know your employees. Have an open door policy. Have them be able to come in and speak to you if there's any concerns. You want to pay attention to any kind of sexual harassment. This is where your staff starts to grow and you can lose control. I also would suggest you as the owner getting some managerial skills, sharpen your skills, become a better leader. And you want to lead your people, and that way they want to follow you. Get your upper management, all kinds of sensitivity training, so that way we don't have any issues with sexual harassment or anything in any area from, any kind of discrimination, sexual harassment. That's what you want to make sure you're on top of. This is a time to do that. And lastly, make sure you give your employees something that makes them want to come back again and again and again and do a great job. Employee of the month, employee of the quarter, recognitions. Have some kind of picnics and barbecues, parties, gathering, community. People love that. Have incentives, go to the buildings that night. I would go that night and have a pizza night right before they get off, or gift cards or certificates. All of that's going to keep them. This is where the turnover occurs at this stage. You're so busy growing, you don't realize you're losing business, and you're just trading one account out for the next one, other than accumulating. You want to accumulate and see the growth. So hopefully you're at, the 1 year, the 2 year, the 1 to 2 years, you can see the growth and you are all in. This definitely is doable. I was able to keep my employees for years and my customers together. That's something you want to focus on. That's unheard of usually for commercial, but not so much for government, because you automatically keep contracts 3, 4, 5 years with those options, but not so much with commercial. So I was really glad of my staff, and it was all about choosing the right team. You can't do it on your own. That's what I want you to understand. That was the mistake I made. And like I said, this is where you want to start being known for a brand. What are you known for? And focus on that as well. So I'm going to wrap up this series tomorrow with stage 4 and 5. I'm going to offer my great teaching and learning opportunity on Friday. So make sure you're back here on Friday so that I can give you this special offer that I'm so excited. It's something I've never done before, ever. And I'm going to offer that to you guys to come back on Friday at the video. There will be a link on Friday's video on how to get started with this special offer, this special surprise that I have for you on Friday. And tomorrow, make sure you conclude with this series. You may not be in the position to get the 10 and 50K, but make sure you download it and keep it, because you will get there. Trust me. If you're all in, 100% committed, you'll get there. So if you want to learn more, I'm going to have my free masterclass on government. I absolutely love government. Adding government and commercial together will get you there absolutely fast, on the fast track. So government tonight, this evening, all about the no bids. If you're just getting started, this is for you. If you want to know how to get that first government cleaning contract to add to this 10 to 50K that I just went over, make sure you're here. Bring your pen, bring your paper, bring your energy. I look forward to seeing you. And until next time, be safe and take care. Bye-bye.